Don't do that.
Okay, good evening,
Okay.
good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm Dr. Sheila, and we are on our weekly WoW team business building call. We have got a lot of great information for you tonight. I know a lot of people couldn't make it live, so we're recording so that you can benefit later. We've got a lot of special guests today. But Lisa just asked if this was a testimonial call, so we're going to open up with a testimonial. So go ahead, Lisa.
Okay. And actually the girlfriend that I'm talking about, she's a registered nurse. So, I told her, I said, well, you know what? I can scan you over the phone. She was like, oh my God, you can scan over the phone. So I started out with the inner voice. She was absolutely amazed. She said, this is me. How did you do that? I mean, all the way down to the vitals. I did them separate because I was having a little problem with mine for a minute. So I ended up doing the inner voice, and then I did the vitals, and then I did the comprehensive. She was in absolute amazement. We were on the phone for a total of 3 hours, but an hour and a half after I scanned her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She and I didn't know what type of call this was, so I did send her the link to get on the call because I wasn't sure. But she said that, I told her that she didn't have to say anything because she was in the middle of doing some other things anyway. But she loved it. I mean, things that she had been telling her doctor, like's going on with her that she feel. She like, this is it right here, all the way down to her bunion. She had me cracking up.
Oh my God.
She said, I had a thing I got them 2 bunions. I said, that's your body, that's the energy that's coming off your body. So yeah, it was great.
Well, not only is that a testimony, it is also empowerment on why we're having this call, because when people hear the power in this little thing, some people are hesitant to share, or maybe they don't think to share, but just like something simple that you did, what we might think would be something simple turns out to be really huge. And
Yeah,
all you did was offer to run a scan. That's it.
absolutely. And
And
I do just like when we were on the phone the other day, I've been leading a lot with the inner voice because I just feel like people can resonate with that, or they're just in denial. Period, point blank. It's one or the other. Because I promise you, when I read mine, I was absolutely amazed. I mean, all the way down to being separated from my mom at an early I was like, oh my, yes, on point. Everything is on point.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, and what other technology does anybody know of that gives us the information that we get here?
Nothing does.
Nothing. And that's why
It's like you reading yourself on paper.
yeah. And that's why I'm comfortable to say, when they say it's not a medical device, no, but it's information that you're not going to get with anything else. And that
Yeah.
information is empowering.
That's right. I
Because
love
like
it.
I said,
I'm ready to hit the streets now. I'm literally, because what I needed to do, I needed to say it enough. I needed to scan myself enough. I needed to scan other people enough. And the more I'm doing it, the more I'm learning. And I feel so comfortable because this is being able to help people. That's why I became a nurse. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I am in a position now that I can actually help somebody, another tool, another modality that they can use and possibly take to that doctor that keep telling them that, sending them to the psychiatrist because they're saying it's like in their head. Like nothing is going on right there, but it's clear that something is.
exactly, exactly. How much money, time, and energy are people spending going to practitioner after practitioner of multiple different kinds of modalities and not getting
Absolutely.
answers? See,
Absolutely.
that's what breaks my heart. And that's why I
That
got
me
on a
too.
mission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce? Is it Lisa? Lisa?
Yeah.
How do you,
Yeah.
Lessa?
I'm good. How are you, Janine?
I'm good. So I don't know if you were on, this was a few weeks ago, but the information we get is so priceless. I had a young lady who had gone to the hospital and they told her she was having a quote unquote silent heart attack. And I scanned her, and in that cardiovascular section of vitals, literally all but 3 of the items were red. But after the optimization, they all went green except for 3. And it was just powerful to, number one, to see that it all lined up with what we knew was happening. But then number 2, to see how receptive her body was to the frequencies. And I know for a fact that that helped her in her healing journey. So it is so powerful.
Yes. I mean, it's big. It's huge. And I said, look, what you're looking at, that's only a small fraction of what this thing is capable of doing. I'm still learning and trying to learn and seeking information every day.
Yeah. Well, that's what this call is about, because, you know, people have questions about how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I interpret that? Well, there's other people that are handling all that. The company's got all that in place. What I didn't see a lot of was, I don't really know how to share this and helping people get going, because for one, network marketing, we know, is the only path to financial freedom unless you have money and time to learn investing. I don't. I've tried. I just don't have the bandwidth for it. Network marketing is the only means for financial freedom. And with financial freedoms comes freedom of choice, because when you don't have money, you don't have choices. And that is what has really set me on fire, is watching people not having choices, not being able to buy good food, like me raising my kids on McDonald's dollar menu. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've had to release a lot of that. That's horrible. But that's where I was at the time. I don't want anybody having to do that, because then you've got the lifetime to have to make up for all that. So financial freedom is really important. And obviously the founder of the company feels the same way, because he pays us very generously. I've never, ever seen a company pay what this company pays. He's not taking it for himself. He's putting it right back into the people that are helping empower more households with this technology. So that lights my fire. And stories like yours, that is part of helping other people. How are people sharing this? How are they making an impact? What is it that's piquing people's interest when you talk about it? You know, look at how she lit up and identified with everything you showed her. Just you sharing that story right there is going to empower multiple other people in their sharing experience as well. So that's what this call is for.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming and for sharing that.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm looking forward to having many more.
Can I say something really, really quickly, Dr. Sheila?
Yes.
So Lisa is like the star here right now, because it's so interesting when she mentioned that she got this burst of confidence because she kept using the scanning, kept scanning, and you kept learning what this thing could actually do. So often, many of us, we just get a little bit afraid and timid, and we don't literally utilize the system. And that is going to be everybody's best way to learn, is to just scan as much as you can. And then when you do that, then you get this validation, because you then find out it's finding things that you couldn't have found otherwise. And the actual scanning is what leads to the validation, which leads to the personal energy that I'm looking at right now when I see you, of, okay, I can do this, because you.
And not just that, Gerald, it's the fact that it's something that it works. Like, it literally works. I can't explain it, but I can't explain how we're talking on the phone right now, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So just to know somebody else that I scanned, and, you know, she was like, oh my God, even my broken ribs, all of it came up on the scan. All of it. So it's just, you know, because I have to really believe in whatever it is that I'm doing. That's just the type of personality I am. But once I'm sold on it, I can give it to anybody. And I can just let them know how to help them. I can see myself being able to really flourish in this business, whether it's for clients or for the MLM part of it. I can see myself being able to do that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So people like me, I'm one of those people that think I have to have all the answers and know how to do everything. And I'm afraid to touch something if I don't understand it. So I bought all the classes. I'm going through all the classes, and I really didn't start learning until I actually allowed myself permission to turn this on and start scanning. And it's like I was afraid to touch anything. I don't know. I guess I was afraid I would mess up because, you know, past trauma and stuff that's still not released. But when I actually got in here and started opening up all the different scans, instead of thinking, well, I can't touch that because I don't know what it does yet. That's how I'm wired, and it stinks, but it keeps me crippled.
Mm-hmm.
So get in here, use this thing, just run all the scans multiple times. And it's like, whoa, now I get it. I paid all that money for all those classes and none of it made any sense until I actually started using the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else before I talk about some rock stars that have really taken off the ground with this? Linda, you have anything? Tamara? All right. Well, you've probably seen some big flashy stars and graphics and things. Miss Janine was our top enroller this last week. That was pretty awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm just excited about the coin. It shipped today.
And the week before was our very own Chelsea, I don't do MLMs Barlow. Both on our team. So I really thought that it was cool because when the excitement is what has been lighting my passion. I mean, I love the technology. I love this company. This is a lifetime home for me. I will be here forever. Oh, good. And is coming. But what I noticed, like when Chelsea said, I just qualified, I just signed up 15 people. I'm like, over the weekend? And she said, yep. I'm like, how did you do that? So she told me, and I said, can you come on our call and share that? Because people need to hear it because it's that simple. And then Dr. Janine and Dr. Daryl decide to do the same thing, and they've got a ton of people. And then the people that they're bringing are excited. And it's like, oh, this is so much more fun than anything else I know of.
Yeah.
So we just actually got off another call. Janine and Daryl have actually gotten on fire. So they're wanting to do this on a regular basis. And it was a lot of fun, but I would love for you guys to share and introduce your newest person who isn't from Amsterdam, actually, but he can explain that piece.
Well, where do I begin? As you say, you always say, success loves speed. And I've heard that before. And I've also heard that success leaves clues. And so I had seen what happened with Chelsea, and I had been saying I was going to do a Zoom. I put up a Facebook post like 3 weeks prior to me actually doing it. And then I just started procrastinating and being like, okay, well, I don't have it all together. I need to put together a presentation and I need to get files and this and that. And finally it was like, you know what? Chelsea did it. It worked. It's great. I need to do it. I've got all these people who are asking me when you're doing it, and I hadn't scheduled it yet. So I'm like, I'm doing it tomorrow. Because, you know, a lot of times I just have to force myself out there. I just have to force myself out there. Back in 2017, I cut off all my hair. I cut it off down to about 1/2 inch or less because I wanted to get rid of the chemical relaxer. And I decided to do it. And it's like, you know what? I made the decision. We're doing it this week before I change my mind. And so that's kind of what I did. I put out a Facebook post about what I liked most, what I was excited about with the scanner, something that I thought people could relate to. And so I had a little video that was showing something being imprinted so they could see those, those pictures and those, hear the frequencies, and it got their attention. And so I learned from Dr. Sheila to put up a post that's going to get somebody's attention, that's going to create, some type of intrigue on their part. And so I did that. I didn't tell them exactly what it was. I just said, I'm so excited that I've got this thing. I have the ability to imprint my own, Cephi dots. And I showed them a picture and they're like, what is that? And so they were intrigued. So they started asking me for the information about the Zoom, and then they had to wait. But when we did it, we came in with a lot of energy and it was a lot of fun. And we had, Daryl, how many people did we have? 30 something people on there, I think. Around 34
is the
people.
the
Which I've never had that many guests show up to anything ever. And all the feedback has been amazing. We signed up some people. We got some more people who are just getting their money together and they're going to be ready to go. We wanted to keep it going, so we did another one tonight. You know, we're both fired up because we just see so much value in this, and you know, we love it. And just like Sheila, we want everybody to have it. So we're going to continue to do pretty regular introductions, and then we're going to start doing some trainings for our new people. But it's an interesting story. One of my new QLAs, Mr. Kuman, who's on here, he was not even on, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he was on the Zoom. I think his friend was on the Zoom, and his friend is in Amsterdam. And
no, it's the other Joel.
okay,
It was the one that's here. Yeah.
So were you on the Zoom?
No, I wasn't on the Zoom. It was Joel. Their both name is Joel.
I see. Okay, so it's two different people.
Yeah, two different guys.
Anyway, he was not on the Zoom. I got that part right. He had a friend who was on the Zoom that shared it with him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Shared it with him that did not get in the business. Correct. Okay. And he was like, I need to get this. What do I do? Yeah. So we took it from there. I sent him the replay and he got started immediately, and he wanted to have his own call. It was like the next day. So yes.
Yeah.
And how many people showed up? I mean, it was like
20 something, 22 or so.
That's
minute.
amazing. That's influence right there. That's just incredible.
Yeah. And people were so excited.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
So that's great. And Dr. Darrell, we got him out here in the public.
There's a doctor out here.
That's a story.
Dr. Darrell, that's your
yes, I am. I'm participating. I'm ready. Like, I just actually want to like work and teach and build classes, and I realized that doing my own, I haven't actually done my first solo one yet, or one that I initiated. I've just been like, today I promoted the one that we did today.
Oh my
but I'm really looking forward to being able to go in there and build a team. That's not really my thing for the most part, but it's becoming it for this. I'm looking forward to doing that, building a team, and looking forward to training and really teaching people how to go in and use this, non-practitioners in particular.
That is awesome.
I love that. And I think Dr. Darrell's an amazing trainer. Whenever I have any technical question or something, I always ask him because he always knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, IT is my background, so I go there first.
And we are grateful God brought you here because we need that.
Absolutely.
We all have different strengths. That's what I love about the way he weaves us together. It's just so beautiful. Dr. Darrell, did you have anything else?
No, I'm just really excited. You know, this is not an area that I saw myself being. I learned probably a year and a half ago that everything that I've planned on doing or that I set my mind to, I was led in different areas. And so not only wasn't anything I rejected, it just wasn't even from my vantage point in my subconscious mind. And in a very short period of time, it's consumed everything that I'm doing. So I'm very appreciative of that. And I'm ready to take this ride to a new level.
That is awesome. Oh, this is so cool. Gleanda, can you hear me? If you can you unmute? Not sure if she's busy with something else and unable, but if you can't, I'm going to speak for you because she actually had a group of nurses that would like to leave allopathic. Some of them already have, and they're interested in thermography. So she actually called a Zoom on Monday night, and we had a turnout, and some people were confused about time zones or whatever. That's why you record these calls, because people get time zones messed up. We're working with people all over the place, and it's confusing. So, and emergencies come up, family drops in, something happens with the kids, the dog runs off. There's always something. So Never get discouraged. There's always reasons beyond our control, and it doesn't matter because it's recorded and we've got the information, we can get right to them. So Gleanda did that. It was powerful. Excellent information delivered to these people, because thermography, we are so grateful that Lauren had invested in the years of research on that and science and developed us a much better imaging camera than what's on the market, and the only self-regulated software. We have the only self-regulated software, and we're the only ones that I know of that do brain and prostate, where the other companies that I checked out before did not. Anyway, we've got a powerful opportunity with that, because going in with traditional thermography is a minimum of $30,000 investment. Ours, $7,500. Freaking ridiculous. Again, that's our Lauren. It's a fifth of the price, and it empowers you. It's a very lucrative business. It's very underserved, and we need more people offering thermography. I get calls from people all the time saying I have to travel 4 hours to get a thermal scan. And thermal imaging is used for dozens and dozens of different things. So you can partner up with all kinds of different practitioners that need those services, do mobile, have people come to you, whatever you want to do. But Gleanda took the bull by the horn and started off on the top there, because that's quite a commission check when you start getting into thermography. So appreciate what she did, and maybe she'll have time to speak next week on her thought process there. Does anyone else? Marcella, good to have you. I don't think I've got to meet you yet.
Hi, nice to meet you as well.
I'm Dr. Sheila.
Hi, Dr. Sheila. I am a registered nurse that was introduced to this by my friend Lisa.
Oh, excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. Same one.
Very impressed. I'm very impressed.
Is this the one that we got the testimony on?
Yes, I am the one you have the testimony on. Well, let me start by saying that Lisa had talked to me about the scans before, and I was not familiar with it at all. When she talked to me about it, she said, well, let me just do a scan on me. That's the best way I can explain it. So she did a scan on me, and she knows some of the health problems that I have. I had stage 3 lung cancer in 2016. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have diabetes. And so I had to think about it, and I have hypertension. So those are the things she didn't know about. She knew I had rheumatoid arthritis. She knew I had stage 3 lung cancer in 2016. When she did the scan on me, I was surprised to see some of the problems that I had been complaining about to my primary care physicians, and I should say physicians because I switched recently because I moved from Florida to Georgia, and I had been complaining about my eyesight. And so the first thing that popped up on my scan that I saw was my brain. And so by me being a nurse, when I saw the areas that were sensitive and I saw the areas that pointed to my brain, and I knew they equaled my eyes, my sight, I was very, very impressed with the fact, like, ooh, how could they know that just by me putting my cell phone to my temple, pretty much right here. And so I was very interested. That piqued my interest right away. And then after that, I looked further down, and like I said, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and certain areas of my body, my bones, are more sensitive. I'm having more symptoms. And I'm thinking, oh, I moved from Florida from a warmer climate to a climate that is the barometric pressure changes often, and I'm going to have problems, and I do have more problems. So for the scan to pick up the areas that were sensitive and them equal the same areas I'm having pain in, I was very impressed. This product that's being offered can be very helpful to a lot of people. It will, for me personally, I'm going to look at the scan more in depth. I haven't even printed out yet. I was so elated by the things that I had discovered from the scan, equaling the things that I'm feeling, that I was still on my cell phone. And I'm a person, like I said, I have trouble with my eyes. I hadn't even gotten to the computer. I had the cell phone this close, like, wow, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. So I was kind of excited about it. And Lisa was laughing at me. And she said, "Oh, I'm glad you pleased. Will you be on the call tonight?" I said, "I have a lot of things to do, but I'll be on there tonight." I also have a post-operative recovery care service in Florida, and I also am have an online business where I sell post-operative recovery care products. So that's what is going to probably happen. I'm probably going to be
Wow.
introducing this as well.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So thank you very much, guys. I'm
Oh
glad to
my
be here.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us. That look at the impact that that can have. Not, I mean, the impact, even just your own life is a huge impact on what this is
Yes.
going to be able to help you with. And then
Yes, ma'am.
you in turn have all these people that you can help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This has
So
been
I'm
a
happy to
nice
be here.
ride. I'm sorry, go ahead and say that again.
So I'm very much happy to be here.
Well, we are grateful to have you here. I honestly believe, I really do believe that God is in all of this, because the people that are coming in, the people he's allowing us to reach, I mean, these are powerful things. And I know
Yes.
that this is his work. He wants everybody empowered and not dependent on that system that's not serving us.
Exactly. Exactly. And I've been a nurse 20 years. And this is something that is giving me some more satisfaction, and knowing that I'll be able to hand somebody a tool that can help them and guide them, and show them what they need to eat, show them what's working for them, because everybody's body, although I've studied nursing and I've studied anatomy, is completely different.
Exactly.
And reacts differently to different foods, different environments, and things to the sort. So I'm just happy to be introduced. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Oh my gosh. Honey, you're
And you
muted.
can best believe I'm gonna spread the news.
Lisa, you're muted, honey. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
I said, no, I'm just saying when God put things together, nobody can make it better than that. And that's the way everything is coming together. I love it. Thank you so much, Marcy. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Sheila.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lauren. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Thank you, Lauren.
His journey so many years ago is what brought us here. And his
Yes.
heart is just precious.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So grateful. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I had to be up at 3:30 this morning and I'm exhausted, but my heart is just like pumping all over the place.
Well, good, because I'm excited.
Well, honey, let's get you plugged in. Lisa, you know how to plug her in everywhere, and you've got you got a huge team here. We're one of the fastest growing teams, and we're very engaged, and we love each other, and we're working together all the time, helping everyone. So you're new family.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, does anyone have anything else? We have about 4.5 minutes. Come on.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to share how much of a blessing it is just to be connected with you all, because it brings a lot of confirmation and more credibility to what I do as a musician. And it's just crazy how everything has been orchestrated, from my pastor. He's real big on addressing a lot of the stuff that is affected by music. And he covers different industries, like hip hop is his big main brand. But myself as a musician, a jazz musician, I was always on that kick where, of course, it's more, even music that's instrumental can still affect people. And over time, I just met people that kind of pulled me deeper and deeper into understanding how deep the rabbit hole goes. And so a few years back, I met someone who turned me on to scalar energy. And then I started looking into scalar energy and started using these patches and stuff to go on the phone to block EMF. And I wear these bands, and stuff like that. And then I start seeing Dr. Janine talk about energy and different frequencies and stuff like that. And then, you know, I ended up, a friend referred me to work with a doctor on his documentary, Dr. Baxter Montgomery. And that's who I really want to bring and introduce. I've been telling him about you all, but he did a big documentary on, it's called Heart and Soul of a Champion. And he helps people to, well, he has like athletes in there like Daryl Green and some other, you know, pro athletes who had chronic illness, and he helped them to reverse it. And but he has a big documentary series. So in it, anyway, I ended up helping him with the music to that documentary series. So, and then of course, you know, me meeting you all, and it's like all this stuff is just adding up, and I'm like, wow, this is way beyond what I could have orchestrated or could have done. It's like I've just been, you know how it is. I'm seeing all these dots, you know, and I'm having to connect them all. And so when the opportunity came, when Joel was explaining it to me, he wasn't even explaining it all the way. And I was like, oh no, I got to have that. I got to do it. And so I'm just excited about, because, you know, I've done, you know, MLM, and I'm into crypto and different things, trading and stuff like that. And I don't share a lot of stuff, but this is something that I could share easily because it's honest. It's not, you know, scammy, or like the motive and the intentions are right to heal and help people.
Yeah.
And it
Right.
goes right along with, you know, what I do as a musician. That's what I create music, you know, it's frequencies and my intentions and everything to be a blessing to people in the midst of all of the other garbage that's out there. So it makes total sense. And now I got a team with you all. Y'all have the experience and the credibility as doctors. And we got technology to even confirm it, you know, what's actually going on. So I think it's very powerful, you know. So I'm just happy to be a part of everything.
Oh, well, I'm so happy that you're here, and I would really look forward to meeting your doctor friend. That video that you sent me was just powerful, and I was just in such alignment. And we are going to run out of time here any second, but I would like to close out and say goodbye. Thanking every one of you for being here tonight. And those of you that couldn't make it for whatever reason, we missed you, but we hope you gained a lot of value from this powerful call. So reach out if you need anything. I love you all so much. And I'm so grateful that we're all connected and doing the same thing, helping humanity. Mwah. Good night.
Good night. Nice to meet you.